Hey, what's up, people? Um, I'm making this video because I feel that people need to understand the reality of the situation in the Gulf of Mexico and what we are really facing in the future. The first thing is the media's lying. Obama, BP, the news stations, everyone else is lying because if they told the public what was really going on, there would be panic, there would be utter chaos that they could not control. Now, I've been following this spill very closely for the past month. And the first month I thought, just like pretty much how everyone's thinking right now, oh, it's an oil spill, it's kind of bad. A few animals dead, a few workers died, which is sad, but life goes on. This is not just an oil spill. This is about to be the worst thing to ever happen to mankind. Now, what BP has done is nothing that has ever happened on this planet. What BP has done is they have drilled into one of the biggest oil reserves on this planet, and it's on top of a huge volcano. So what they're doing, they're not trying to just cap a leaking well like all the other hundreds of oil spills that have happened in the world. They're trying to cap a well that's pressure is so strong because it's connected to the volcanic magma that they're pretty much trying to cap a volcano. Because if you have here's the atmosphere, here's the ocean, here's the Earth's crust, here's the oil, and underneath the oil it's connected to a volcano, and the volcano is pushing up the oil through the leaking well. And another messed up thing that they're not telling us is it's cracking the Earth's crust. And 5 miles away from the drilling spot where the original leak was, there's more oil coming out. And from what I've read, there's an estimated 2 billion gallons of oil in this reserve, and only about 87, as of today on July 10th, only about 87 to 300 million gallons of oil have leaked into the Gulf. Which, don't quote me because that could be a lie, but if it's not, that's roughly about 5 to 10% of the estimated 2 billion gallons of oil that's down there. Now, one thing I want to talk about is the Hopi Prophecy. If you don't know who the Hopis are, it is an ancient Indian tribe that's very similar to the Mayans. And one thing they had was called the Hopi Prophecy, which had 9 signs that the world was going to end. Now, I'm not going to read them all, but the 7th sign says that the sea will turn black and you will hear many things dying because of it. Obviously, that's already happening. And it's really easy to say, oh, the world's not going to end, you're an idiot, what are you talking about, that's crazy, mystic, Twilight Zone kind of talk. But the world is a messed up place, technology is very high, and we have massive groups of terrorists working around the clock trying to figure out how many people they can kill and what's the best way to do it. And the point of me saying that is I really, really think this was a terrorist attack, this oil rig explosion. And they say it was because the methane gas exploded or whatever, but they don't have any solid proof. The explosion's kind of suspicious. And if you go to Google.com, type in oil spill terrorists, you'll get tons of articles saying that this was a terror attack. And I just read that somewhere that they have footage of gunfire going on the oil rig right before it exploded. Why the fuck would there be gunfire going on an oil rig in the first place? And if you think about it, this is the ultimate way to destroy all life on planet, by destroying something connected to one of the biggest supplies of poison on under the earth, and then doing it to where it can't be stopped, and then it just all comes out and boom, we're all dead. And another thing is this is not just an oil spill, this is also a gas spill. Unlike many of the other oil spills that have happened, there are several poisonous gases coming out at hundreds times the toxic levels, and it's only getting worse every day. These gases, one is called hydrogen sulfide, the other one's called, I forget the names of it, but go on YouTube and type and look it up, and you'll find people talking about it. And these gases, when breathed in these kinds of amounts, they cause cancer, they cause throat problems, they cause change in DNA, they cause everything, all the way down to death. And but all in all, the most disturbing thing that I've read so far in all this time, I've been every day on the internet, almost all day. I'm typing on the internet trying to find out what's going on, how's this oil spill coming. The most disturbing thing that I've read so far is about the toxic rain. And here I'll quote this article I found. Hold on, let me find it. There was this article that came out in the European Union Times, and it was by leading scientists. And here's what it says. It says North America faces years of toxic rain. Hold on. Alright, here it is. In the European Union Times, if you go to their website, it's called eutimes.net, you'll find it. This just came out. It says a dire report prepared for President Medvedev by Russia's Ministry of Natural Resources. He's the president of Russia. Is warning today that the BP oil and gas leak in Gulf of Mexico is about to become the worst environmental catastrophe in all of human history, threatening the entire eastern half of North American continent with total destruction. Russian scientists are basing their apocalyptic destruction assessment due to BP's use of millions of gallons of a chemical dispersal agent known as Corexit 9500, which is being pumped directly into the leak over a mile under the Gulf of Mexico waters and designed to keep hidden from the American public the full and tragic extent of the leak that is now estimated to be over 3 million gallons a day. It says the dispersal agent Corexit 9500 is a solvent originally developed by Exxon and now manufactured by the Nalco Holding Company of Naperville, Illinois, that is 4 times more toxic than oil. Like, what the fuck? Like, BP is spraying something more toxic than oil just so they can cover up what they've done. And I really hope that come Monday or come mid-August, whenever, if they put this new cap on that they're about to replace or whatever, I really hope that I'm gonna come back to this video and say, damn, I was an idiot. But there's so much information out there, and don't take it all from me, people. Go do your own research, look it up. And that's all I got.